Hey Peppers, welcome to my new channel, Dr. Pepper Dreamin'. My name is Dan Brooks, and let me introduce myself to you. So I've been collecting Dr. Pepper items since 2018. I'm part of a Dr. Pepper collectors group and go to different bottle shows. I've met lots of other Dr. Pepper collectors. And I'm also part of other collectors groups that share their collections on YouTube. And what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to start a trend where other Dr. Pepper collectors will start their own videos making content about their collections. There's a lot of collectors out there that have greater collections than mine. Dr. Pepper collectors that have very unique historical items for Dr. Pepper. And I'm just really hoping that this will catch on and that I can encourage some of my fellow collectors to get on YouTube and just share their collections with us. So I'm going to start this off by sharing a little bit about the history of Dr. Pepper. So if you're familiar with Dr. Pepper, you've heard this, and if you're not familiar with Dr. Pepper, I'm just summarizing, and I encourage you to go and look this information up yourself and read more about it. There's a lot more information out there than what I'm going to tell you. And what I'm going to tell you is the information that led up to the two items that I'm sharing with you today. So these are my two earliest items that I have, the two oldest items, and they date from 1903 and 1904. So here goes some information about Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper was invented in 1885 in a drugstore in Waco, Texas. The drugstore was called Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore. Charles Alderton invented the original formula and worked for W.B. Morrison in the drugstore. Morrison purchased the formula and together with R.S. Lazenby formed a new company called the Artesian Manufacturing and Bottle Works. And then in 1902, the company was officially the Dr. Pepper Company. Also, roughly around 1902, the Dr. Pepper Company opened up its first franchise plant in Dallas, Texas, while maintaining the original Artisan Manufacturing Company, bottling company there in Waco, Texas. And that building that start originated from is now the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas. So what I'm sharing with you today is a 1903 Thief's bottle, and I'm going to be reading some information that comes from Ray Duncan. Ray Duncan wrote a book called Dr. Pepper Collectible Bottles, Identification and Values, and this is the second edition. And there's a lot of great information in this book about the different bottles, the different Thief's bottles and things like that. So this is the information on the bottle I have here today. So let me go ahead and read that. And it says this bottle is either going to be aqua or icy blue. And let me grab this and bring it closer. And it says you're going to see registered on the shoulder, which is embossed, and this is an embossed bottle. And it says vertically, it says, "We pay for evidence convicting thieves for refilling our bottles, the A&B Company, Waco, Texas, and St. Louis, Missouri." Okay, so A&B again is Artesian Manufacturing and Bottling Company, and I can tell that this is a 1903 bottle because it has the "and" right here in this odd angle. And it's the only bottle that has that of the 7 different Thief's bottles. So more comments that Ray says. It says this bottle was the third of 7 to be known as the Thief bottle. Thief bottles are important examples of a company attempts to control the ownership of their bottles during an obviously turbulent period in the history of the soda industry. What Ray is referring to here is that multiple bottling companies were recycling bottles from other companies and filling their product in them. And so the Artesian Manufacturing Company didn't like this. They came out with this bottle basically saying that we're going to convict any thieves that are refilling our bottles. And so the scarcity of this bottle, Ray says, is rated a 6 and makes this bottle. Now, since Ray, came out with this book, the prices have gone up on these bottles. But when Ray wrote this book, he rated this bottle to be worth about $135. And this book is from 2016. So it says here 2016 edition. There's actually a picture of Ray. And so, when in 2016, which I agree with this, Ray said that this bottle was around $135. I can tell you that, I probably paid roughly around that. But nowadays, ever since the pandemic, the prices of bottles and a lot of collectibles has gone up. All right, so the next item that I have is from 1904, and this is from the 1904 Louisiana Purchase St. Louis, Missouri World's Fair. Okay. And so this, I think, is the first or the earliest representation of something saying Dr. Pepper King of Beverages. So King of Beverages was officially the logo of Dr. Pepper in 1904. And this is a watch fob. And so essentially what you would have seen is a leather strap coming from here, attached here, that was attached also to a pocket watch. And this was used to help weigh down the pocket watch so that it wouldn't fall out of the pocket and be lost. And on the back, it's got what is the current day museum, Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas, but it says Home of Dr. Pepper, Artesian Manufacturing Company, Waco, USA. And on the front, it has a Louisiana pelican and 2 fish down here at the bottom. And then it says Dr. Pepper King of Beverages. Now, there were 3 different watch fobs produced during this time. This is the larger version. There was a smaller rectangular version. And then there was also a oval-shaped watch fob that had a pelican on it. And so that one's very interesting to look at. But anyway, so these are the 2 earliest items that I have in my collection. And this is where I start our journey together with YouTube. And hopefully, like I said before, this catches on. I ask anybody that watches this, I ask for you to like and subscribe. Please also leave a comment if you like this video. And I look forward to many videos to come. Like I said, I have a pretty good collection, I feel. A lot of historical items, some unique items in my collection, some very rare items in my collection that I'll share with you. So stick around and keep watching, and hopefully, through this you get to experience the history of Dr. Pepper collectibles. Until then, I'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.